What's happening, everyone? It's Oh Yeah with Oh Yeah Beats. I'm in the lab as always. Today is certainly no exception. However, we have one additional addition to the family. Stay tuned. Oh yeah. So here we are. I bring to you, ladies and gentlemen, the Knockout 2. This is apparently some type of drum machine. It actually does a lot of things. It's a sampler. It basically serves as a MIDI as well as the keyboard that you saw in the previous video. So without further ado, let's get into this unraveling, shall we?
Now, taking this out of the box is incredible. It's a nostalgic feeling for sure. Obviously, they give you these knobs here to the right, so I'm going to just assemble them by color code. And it should just snap in. Really, it's just kind of like a press on. Doesn't really snap. We open this box here and, ooh, looks like we get some stickers. Now I'm really feeling like a kid. They're still cool, but it's just different. I guess it's a different vibe with this. Let's move all this out of the way. And here they give you simple instructions in how to operate this drum pad sequencer. Looking at the top of this, let's go from the left to the right. So we have first our output audio line out, and then we have our input audio line in, getting your sound bites, and then moving next to the 4 ports here, we have the sync, looks like input output, and then a MIDI input output as well. Then moving lastly to the USB. Now, what I like about the power switch is it's a fixed power on, power off, meaning that it's not going to easily get bumped into switching on or off. Looking further at this nice drum pad, we have all these rockers, these control knobs. They're very smooth to the touch when it comes to adjusting, and it does take a little effort, not too much tension that it feels like, and of course our up and down, that's pretty smooth as well.
All right, so now what I want to do is just use a simple USB cord to supply the power, and we'll see what exactly we get with this. It's USB type C, so nowadays everybody has those. Here we are. Now we're gonna power this on. Okay, I'm impressed. This is really, really cool. What is this even gonna do? We're just messing with it right now. Oh wow, so the speaker is actually pretty decent. That was maxed out. Wow. Okay, I'm very impressed with this. I did not expect this thing to just be as cool as it sounds. Wow. I'm just curious of how many things are actually stored with this 64 megabyte sampler. That's wild. Here I am with this new controller, this MIDI, the sampler, what have you. I'm trying to figure out everything that I want to do with it, right? Because off the top, like, I could just come up with simple concepts. And that's as loud as it actually gets, which is okay because obviously you have an output here to go to either a MIDI keyboard or you can directly load it onto the computer via my board, so that can be a whole nother audio signal that I'm having to import. And then I can line everything up inside of my digital audio workstations. But this is still pretty cool. But that's definitely something that I'm going to get into. Okay, so let's go back to, let's see what happens when we record again. Okay, so what I'm doing essentially is creating my own bars or loops. And I see easily there, I just press play and it allows me to start that bar. So what I can do also essentially is go to each bar and delete them. While holding the erase, I'm seeing all of the different instruments that I am actually having sequenced in, which is pretty cool. So we're on the first one and we take that off. And now we have a clear frame again to start all over. I like this. This is pretty dope. So now let's see what we want to actually have playing. Okay, so now I have been working on a few melodies for a few of these bars. I think we have a total of 8. So let's just go through it. Is that going to play the whole thing? Okay, so that plays the whole bar, but what I can do is cycle through the different beat constructions that I basically made. Alright, so let's go up. No, let's go down. So this is the one that I actually chose to construct the entire thing. And D selects all 3 of basically the different instruments or instrument packs. So we have A, the first thing, which is basically drum samples. Then we have B, which is bass. But I think I selected maybe one sound for the bass. Yeah, I believe that is what we did. Yeah. Okay. And then we have the chords. So total, we should have a total of 8 bars. And let's just see what we have. Yeah, and that is 8 bars that we constructed solely with this sampler and this drum pad. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your patience. There are certainly more beats that we're going to mess around with. Okay, I think that's pretty cool for a quick little unboxing and just a quick little just having some fun with it. What I'm going to do is actually read up on all of my capabilities so I could really get into maybe making my beat production a lot quicker. But the problem is, obviously, a lot of things just come right from inside of my brain. How I decide I want to compose an entire theme song or a themed anthem, you know, is just really up to me, and I don't limit myself within just some, you know, box. I like to have like an entire library, and it depends on where I really feel like starting, but we're certainly not going to limit ourselves when it comes to this Knockout 2. Thank you so much for staying tuned, and I appreciate and love every one of y'all. See you in the next one. Peace and love.